Hello everyone. I'm Ashley of Naath, back to talk to you about all things The Song of Ice and Fire. Today, I want to talk about a few things I think we might see play out in Season 7. More specifically, I want to discuss the death of Littlefinger and the two people I think will be crucial to his downfall. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's decipher To Kill a Mockingbird, Westeros Edition. If I'm being honest, Littlefinger is one of those characters I love to hate, though admittedly I'm on the hate side of the spectrum lately. Without his help, the Starks wouldn't have reclaimed Winterfell and Ramsay Bolton would still be alive. And it was pretty awesome when he pushed that crazy bitch Lysa Arryn out her own moon door. But this is the same guy who betrayed Ned Stark, framed Tyrion for attempted murder, and arranged the marriage of Sansa Stark and Ramsay Bolton. Now this snake is hanging out in Winterfell doing anything he can to pit Jon and Sansa against each other. With the Night King coming, nobody has time for that bullshit, and if unchecked, Littlefinger will probably get someone killed. Now, there are a few things I think might hasten Littlefinger's end, and I think we could see one or both of them play out this season. The first character I think could deal a fatal blow to Lord Baelish is the Hound. Now, we don't know that the Hound will make it to Winterfell this season, but we do know he's currently traveling north, presumably to the Wall. It's only logical that his envoy would stop at Winterfell en route to the Wall to team up with the King in the north. It's also possible that the Hound would go to Winterfell after the ranging beyond the Wall this season. Either way, all roads lead to Winterfell. Now, you might be wondering how Sandor Clegane is a threat to Peter Baelish. Ever heard of the phrase, knowledge is power? Well, the Hound has knowledge that Littlefinger doesn't want getting out. Remember back in Season 1 when Ned confronted Cersei and wanted to seize the Iron Throne in Robert's name? Littlefinger had guaranteed that the Gold Cloaks would back Ned in the throne room that day. But when the time came, Littlefinger betrayed Ned and the Gold Cloaks turned against him. Littlefinger put a dagger to Ned's throat and told Ned that he warned him not to trust him. This led to Ned's imprisonment, which in turn led to his death. You might think that the only people still alive who know what happened are Littlefinger and Cersei, so presumably the secret is safe. But there's someone else who was in the throne room that day with a front row seat and saw everything: the Hound. Now, he's certainly got zero loyalty to Littlefinger, and he's actually shown loyalty to House Stark by helping Sansa and Arya at various times in the story, really sticking his neck out for them, a lot of times at cost to his own life. So, if the Hound were to go to Winterfell this season and he sees Littlefinger gallivanting around the castle, I could see him spilling the beans. It's a 100% guarantee that if Littlefinger's actions in the throne room that day were told to any of the Stark kids, he would die immediately, no questions asked. So in my estimation, the Hound could have a very important role to play in the coming episodes, not just in the war to come, but in the downfall of Littlefinger. If the Hound shows up to Winterfell, it'll be interesting to see if Lord Baelish starts plotting against him to cover his own ass, if he even remembers that the Hound witnessed the betrayal, or if he just steers clear of the Hound so as not to fan the flames. My personal hope is that during one of the Hound's cranky rants, he just blurts the truth out in front of everyone. Or, also during a rant, he takes a page from Davos and starts grilling Littlefinger in front of Jon, Sansa, Bran, or Arya, launching into a tell them what you did to their father that day type of thing, as Davos did with Mel. No matter how it goes down, I know shit's about to get real interesting in these parts. There is another person who could play a role in the downfall of Littlefinger, Sansa Stark. The fact that Littlefinger has admitted he's in love with her on multiple occasions should be a huge red flag. Pretty women always seem to be behind the demise of men in these stories, so it wouldn't surprise me if by the end of this story, Sansa ended up being the one to bring Littlefinger down. I'd like to point to something that could help us understand how Sansa will do this. In Season 4, Episode 4, while en route to the Eyrie, Littlefinger confesses his role in Joffrey's murder to Sansa. During this confession, Littlefinger tells Sansa the following: "A man with no motive is a man no one suspects. Always keep your foes confused. If they don't know who you are or what you want, they can't know what you plan to do. This was the response he gave Sansa after she told him murdering Joffrey made no sense because the Lannisters gave him wealth, power, and a lordship. Does this sound familiar? Because of Littlefinger, Sansa and Jon reclaimed Winterfell. Jon is king in the north, and Sansa Lady of Winterfell. So she would have no apparent motive to bring Littlefinger down, turn against him, etc., just as Littlefinger didn't have motive with the Lannisters. Remember in Season 7, Sansa said as much to Brienne. "Why is he still here?" Brienne asked. "We need his men. Without the Vale, Ramsay Bolton would still hold this castle. Littlefinger saved us," Sansa answered. "He wants something," Brienne said. "I know exactly what he wants," Sansa finished. This is where Littlefinger's fatal mistake will hurt him. Because he loves Sansa, he violated his own rule and told her exactly what he wants. In Season 6, Episode 10, when Littlefinger and Sansa were in the Godswood, he told her that he wanted to sit the Iron Throne with her by his side. In other words, Littlefinger wants to marry Sansa and for them to rule the Seven Kingdoms together. He said this is the driving factor behind every decision he makes. So again, it will seem that knowledge is power. Keeping Sansa's knowledge and conversation with Brienne in mind, I'd like to point to one last Sansa conversation and then we can piece it all together. In Season 7, Episode 1, Jon and Sansa discuss the threat from the south posed by Cersei. As Sansa prattles on, Jon realizes and outright says that it seems like Sansa admires Cersei. Sansa responds that she learned a great deal from her. Now, I have to question this statement because at the time Sansa was in King's Landing, she was a few French fries short of a Happy Meal, so I doubt she could learn anything. Though her head still whistles in a crosswind, now that she's older, it's possible she's looked back and retroactively learned something. Now we have to ask, what could Sansa have learned? Well, my answer would be that Cersei uses men to get what she wants, then disposes of them. It's what she did to King Robert. So I'm thinking, based off Sansa's conversations with Brienne and Littlefinger, Sansa will give Littlefinger what he wants, a marriage. Littlefinger will continue to scheme for a time, all the while thinking he's giving Sansa what she wants, power. So in his mind, as the Lannisters surely thought about him, there would be no motive for betrayal. But Sansa doesn't need more power. She said herself she needs his men. So marrying Littlefinger would make her Lady of the Vale. But so long as Littlefinger lives, the Knights of the Vale will never truly be hers. So, in the ultimate power play, I think we will see Sansa kill Littlefinger or order him executed by Brienne. And how awesome would that be? Because in this specific scene, Littlefinger dared Sansa to have Brienne cut him down. So if it came back to that and he died that way, it would be cool. Then, as Lady of the Vale, the Knights of the Vale would only belong to Sansa, meaning they'd belong to the north, ergo the king in the north. It's also worth noting that her decision to go through with killing Littlefinger might be influenced by an old friend with knowledge of what Littlefinger did to her father. Should this friend come to Winterfell, of course. So there it is. The two characters I think have the ability to kill a Mockingbird. It would be pretty awesome to see Littlefinger fall to his death from the window of the Broken Tower since he pushed Lysa through her own moon door. It would be even more satisfying if Littlefinger was beheaded, since Ned's beheading was a direct result of Littlefinger's betrayal and subsequent influence over Joffrey. Either way would bring Littlefinger's plot full circle. All I know is that Littlefinger is in more danger than he thinks, and he probably won't make it to Season 8. So, that is going to do it for today, everyone. I am Ashley of Naath. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and join my Khalasar. I'd like to shout out Jim Young, Cameo, Lady Olenna Tyrell, and Lady De Winter. Without you guys, this channel would not be here. I'd also like to wish everyone have a great day, and as usual, 7 blessings to you all.